Be truly humble under God. That's what thug means.
I want to start off by saying that everything in this video is alleged and based on publicly available information and my own opinion formed through research. I'm not claiming to know the absolute truth since I wasn't there. I'm here to unpack what's been said, what's been proven, and what's still unclear. Also, for some context, there's currently an active lawsuit against Roc Nation. Demery Hadley, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but she's suing Roc Nation's owner, COO, Desiree Perez, who's also her mom. She alleged of abuse and serious misconduct. This lawsuit raises deeper questions about power dynamics within the music industry, especially when it comes to artists and legal influence. I might make a video about this since this is still ongoing and the trial is supposed to be set in October 2026. I have no idea why it's taking so long. It's over a year from now. So I might make a video about that. But for now, let's talk about Tory Lanez. It's important to also know that Megan Thee Stallion is signed to Roc Nation, and I don't know if you've been up to date, but Halle Bailey is also signed to Roc Nation, and she's currently involved in a lawsuit against her ex-partner and the father of her child, DDG. The common denominator in all of this? Roc Nation's influence. Tory Lanez himself and observers have alleged conspiracy, suggesting that because of Alex Spiro and Desiree Perez, Roc Nation COO, and an alleged family member of Demery Hadley, who's suing Roc Nation, were on the opposing legal side. There have been many biased influences, but these remain allegations and not proven ties. Jaguar Wright, who once sang backup for Jay-Z, has also spoken out repeatedly about alleged corruption within Roc Nation and the music industry as a whole. She's even gone on record calling Jay-Z and Diddy monsters and claims that the industry covers up abuse and protects powerful men. In 2024, a now dismissed lawsuit claimed that Jay-Z and Diddy involuntarily intoxicated and R-worded a 13-year-old girl after the 2000 VMAs. That case didn't hold up in court, but it fed into the growing storm of accusations around industry elites. Jay-Z has since filed a defamation lawsuit against Jaguar Wright, furthering fueling the conversation about silencing whistleblowers versus holding the powerful accountable. And also, let's not forget about Tory's father, Daystar Peterson Sr., who has been incredibly vocal about what he sees as injustice in his son's case. He's even shown up outside courtrooms calling attention to corruption, legal bias, and racial injustice. In fact, that's what made me look deeper into the story in the first place. So, was Tory Lanez wrongly convicted? Was justice really served? Or was this just another case of media frenzy meeting courtroom pressure? Today we're breaking down the entire case, from the night of the shooting, to the evidence, to the courtroom drama, and what it means for the future of fairness in the legal system. If you're ready, let's get into it. It's July 12th, 2020. There's a certain virus going on, but let's not talk about that right now. Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Kelsey Harris, and Tory security are leaving a party at Kylie Jenner's house in the Hollywood Hills. On the car ride back, something goes wrong. An argument breaks out. According to testimony, Megan and Kelsey were arguing. Tory reportedly escalates the situation. Moments later, 5 gunshots are heard in a quiet residential neighborhood. Megan emerges injured, limping, leaving a trail of blood. At first, Megan tells police she stepped on glass, likely fearing how police might react in a tense environment involving black people and a gun. Days later, she goes public. Tory Lanez shot her. And guess what? The story goes viral. At trial, prosecutors presented a mix of witness testimony and forensic evidence. Let's start with the physical evidence. First, gunshot residue was found on both Tory and Kelsey. Second, Tory's DNA was inconclusive on the gun, but that's not the same thing as saying his DNA wasn't there. And third, doctors confirmed Megan was hit by bullet fragments in her feet. So, witnesses were crucial. Megan testified emotionally, claiming Tory yelled "Dance B" before shooting. A neighbor, Sean Kelly, said he saw a fight between two women and then saw a man shooting. But his account was inconsistent and unclear. Then there were texts. After the shooting, Kelsey texted Megan's security, "Tory shot Meg." A jailhouse cell between Tory and Kelsey that night was played in court. Tory sounds remorseful, but that doesn't directly mean that he confessed. Prosecutors argued that this was effectively an admission. Tory's legal team claimed that this was a rush to judgment. They argued that Kelsey, not Tory, was the shooter. The motive? Jealousy and betrayal. Tory was allegedly involved with both women, which sparked the car fight. I even read somewhere that he was also involved with Kylie Jenner, but we'll leave that where that is. The defense also pointed to Kelsey's shifting statements. Initially, she pointed to Tory, but later, under oath, she seems hesitant, contradicting herself multiple times. The jury was left to decide whether this was fear, confusion, or a lie. Another detail: the lack of Tory's fingerprints or conclusive DNA on the gun. While not exonerating, it did leave room for reasonable doubt. Now let's talk controversy. One major turning point was when Tory's original lawyer, Sean Hawley, who had ties to Roc Nation, withdrew from the case. Now, Hawley is a high-profile attorney known for defending celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Lindsay Lohan, I think. Rumors spread that she stepped down because the case was politically charged and too messy to win. I mean, I don't want to judge her, but it just seemed so unlikely. So why does it matter that Sean Hawley had ties to Roc Nation? Because Megan is signed to Roc Nation, and some have speculated that this created a conflict of interest, or at least a perception of bias. Hawley's departure right before trial may have set Tory back significantly in terms of preparation. Then there's the media. From day one, this was a headline factory. Megan was seen as the victim and Tory as the villain. Public sentiment often drove the narrative long before the jury ever sat down. And more broadly, what about the other voices calling out power structures? From Jaguar Wright accusing Jay-Z and Diddy of years of abuse and cover-ups, to Tory's father holding prayer rallies and giving speeches about injustice. This case opened a floodgate of new allegations. So let's ask the big question, and also the one that I am most interested in. Did Tory Lanez get a fair trial? It's pretty subjective, but we can consider this: a last-minute legal switch, inconsistent witness testimony, a high-profile media storm, and a refusal from the judge to allow a new trial even when new statements emerged from key witnesses. Many legal analysts have said that the trial was rushed and overly influenced by the court of public opinion and politically sensitive. Tory Lanez's team has claimed that he's been made an example of, rather than given a proper defense. Here's the scary part: if someone like Tory Lanez with money, fame, and lawyers can be steamrolled by the system, what chance does the average person have? AKA us. Tory Lanez is now serving a 10-year sentence. He's maintained his innocence and appeals underway, and many fans and celebrities have rallied behind him. Megan, meanwhile, has continued her career, but not without dealing intense public scrutiny and drama. This case isn't over. The consequences for both of them are still unfolding. This wasn't just a celebrity scandal. This was the test of our justice system in the age of social media, bias, and power. Was justice served, or did we witness a modern-day public execution? You decide. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did the court get it right, or was Tory Lanez railroaded by the system? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell because it isn't the last time we're unpacking courtroom controversies. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
Be truly humble under God. That's what thug means.